I would rather die than acknowledge to myself that I'm that loser. I do not ever want to go home from the gym going, I'm a loser, I could have done more. That's not just a motivational quote. That's the iron will that built the god of legs. He is Thomas Stephen Platz, Quadfather, a true icon of bodybuilding's golden era. He's famous for a level of leg development that, to this day, just doesn't seem real. His quads measured over 30 inches, carved with a kind of detail and mass that set a completely new standard in the sport. But before he built the muscle, he built the mindset. Before you can even think about building legs like Tom Platz, you have to get inside his head. It's a way of thinking that turned pain into a reason to keep going, and the squat rack into a place of worship. In this video, we're going to unlock that unbreakable mindset. Then, and only then, will we break down the absolutely brutal, high-volume leg workout that was born from it. Section 1, the philosopher, forging the iron will. To get Tom Platz, you have to understand that training for him wasn't just physical. It was an emotional, psychological, and almost spiritual experience. He believed a true bodybuilder doesn't just build muscle, he creates it. It couldn't be a paint-by-numbers job. It had to come from deep within. This philosophy really boils down to 3 core pillars. Pillar 1, the altar of the squat. For most of us, the squat rack is just a piece of equipment. For Tom Platz, it was an altar. It was where he went to learn about life, to stare failure in the face, and to conquer his fears. He famously said, "There's a reason people don't squat. It's hard." But he ran towards that difficulty, convinced that if he could conquer the squat, he could conquer anything. He wasn't just lifting weight, he was testing his character. That fear, the shaking hands, the anxiety before a heavy set, he embraced all of it. He was addicted to the feeling he got afterwards. signal for growth. The workout that comes from it is nothing short of savage. This is the routine born from that mental toughness, a high-volume, high-intensity assault designed to stimulate every last fiber in the legs. Exercise 1, the barbell back squat, the main event. Everything started and ended with the squat. This wasn't an optional add-on. It was the absolute cornerstone of his entire leg-building philosophy, volume and reps. The volume was just immense. Tom would hammer out anywhere from 8 to 12 sets of squats. The reps were all over the place. He might start with lighter weight for 20 reps, work his way up to crushingly heavy sets of 5, and then on other days, do marathon sets of 40 to 50 reps with 315 pounds. This mix of high and low reps built both raw power and massive size at the same time. Technique. His form was meticulous. He used a high bar position with a relatively narrow stance, heels close together, and toes pointed slightly out to really hit the outer quad sweep. He was a fanatic about full range of motion, sinking way below parallel on every single rep to fully engage the quads, glutes, and hamstrings. His torso stayed upright to keep the focus squarely on the quads. For Tom, every rep had to be perfect, no cheating the movement. This is where that always 5 more reps mentality was truly put to the test. After hitting his target, he'd push for more, turning each set into an all-out war with the weight. Exercise 2, hack squats, the teardrop builder. After completely torching his legs with squats, he'd move to hack squats. Here, the goal was to isolate and carve out the vastus medialis, the teardrop muscle just above the knee. Volume and reps. He'd perform around 5 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Technique, foot placement was everything. He'd put his feet low on the platform, sometimes with his heels together, to put maximum stress on the lower part of his quads. The focus was on deep, controlled reps, feeling that intense burn in the target muscle. This was a perfect example of his obsession with detail. Exercise 3, leg extensions, the finisher. Next up were leg extensions, which he used to incinerate any muscle fibers that had survived the squats and hack squats. Volume and reps. This was another high-volume assault, usually 5 to 8 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Technique. This is where the mind-muscle connection was crucial. He'd focus like a laser on squeezing the quads at the top, holding that peak contraction for a second before a slow, controlled negative. He often used forced reps here, having a partner help him push past failure, living his philosophy of going beyond every conceivable limit. Exercise 4, lying leg curls, hamstring development. While he was famous for his quads, Platz knew balance was key. Lying leg curls were his go-to for building his hamstrings. Volume and reps. He hit these with serious volume too, performing anywhere from 6 to 10 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Technique. He focused on both heavyweight and high reps to hit every part of the muscle. One unique technique he used was having a training partner add extra manual resistance on the negative, forcing the muscle to work even harder on the way down. Exercise 5, calf raises, unrelenting volume. Finally, he would attack his calves with the same insane intensity, primarily using standing and seated calf raises, volume and reps. Predictably, the volume was massive. He would often do 6 to 8 sets on one machine, and move to another for 3 to 4 more sets, aiming for 10 to 15 reps each. Technique, the goal was a deep stretch at the bottom and a powerful squeeze at the top. He trained them hard twice a week, switching between high and low reps to keep them growing. This entire workout, totaling over 40 sets, was a marathon of pain and perseverance. It was the physical proof of his iron will. So, how do you build legs like the god of legs? You start by building a mind like him. You adopt the belief that the gym is a place to test your spirit. You learn to welcome the burn as a signal that you're changing. And most importantly, you make a promise to yourself to show up and give everything you have. Every single time. The workout is brutal, but it comes second to the mentality. The routine is the what, but the mindset is the why. And it's the why that will drag you through those last 5 reps when every fiber in your body wants to quit. Our challenge to you isn't to go out and try to survive 45 sets tomorrow. Instead, just take one of his pillars and apply it to your next workout. When a set gets tough, tell yourself, there's always 5 more. Go to the gym with a promise that you won't leave a loser. See how it changes your intensity. If this video inspired you to push harder and think differently, hit that subscribe button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let me know in the comments which part of Tom's mindset hits home for you the most. I'll leave you with one final thought from the Quadfather himself. When you promise yourself something, make a commitment you can't give up. Because when you're in the gym, you have to fulfill the promise you made to yourself. Now, go fulfill yours.